Hey folks, Ty here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency news. We got Luna, we got Ethereum, we got NFTs, we got the Russian whales. We're going to be talking about that and covering it. I'm going to be giving my opinion. I'm literally so excited I can't even sit down right now. So hit that like button. This is going to be a great video. Hit that subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and let's get straight into it. So the first one we're going to be talking about is the fact that UK have made Bitcoin ATMs illegal. They have scrapped them. You can no longer use a Bitcoin ATM, which is going to have massive implications on the current market. So firstly, let's look into the reason why they have actually decided to ban them now. And it's because the financial crime risks, more specifically of money laundering. So what criminals would do is that they'd get their proceeds of crime for whatever crime they committed. They would go to one of those Bitcoin ATMs and they would deposit their cash in exchange for cryptocurrency. Once they've got that cryptocurrency, they can now trade. They can now layer it into the system. Once it's layered into the system and they deem it to be layered enough to basically hide the original deposit, even though you can all track it on the blockchain, makes no sense. But once they've done that to the point where they're happy, they will now take it and buy an asset with it. Either buy an asset from somewhere which is accepting cryptocurrency as a form of payment, or they will withdraw it to their bank account and then they will then buy an asset. So they might buy a car, they might buy a house, and this effectively completes the money laundering process by integrating it into the economy. That money is now effectively cleaned and that completes the money laundering process. That's why they're doing it. So now the government have turned around and said, well, this is too much of a risk, this is a red flag, we have no control over it, banks have no control over it. So what they can do is they can basically ban and stop the Bitcoin ATM, stop it at the source, and that's exactly what they've done. Many people will look at this as a bad thing because it's less accessible, but in the overall picture, it is a good thing. It means there's going to be less criminals in the market, in the space, and that's good overall, so it is a good thing. It's just hard to look at the big picture. So the next big thing in the news is that Warner Brothers have just got into the NFT space. They plan to release 6 million NFTs, and it looks like this is in the form or to go like paired up with their trading card counterpart. So for example, if you've got a Batman or some sort of DC character trading card, you will now get an NFT to match that trading card. That's really exciting. I think this was going to drive a lot of traction. Yes, I know it's DC and it's got nothing on Marvel, but we won't go there. But the point is that they're getting into the NFT game. This is another huge company that's seen the potential. Just realising I'm waving my hands about everywhere. This is another big company that's seen the potential of NFTs in the metaverse and basically jumping on that hype. The next thing we're going to talk about is the Ethereum gas fees. They reached a new low last week. So a few months ago they did hit a high of $104. I think this was towards the end of December, and right now they've just hit under $12. This was a couple of days ago. Obviously there's a bit of a time lag between filming and publishing. That's still ridiculously lower than it was back then, and this is going to open opportunity for people who have been waiting to get into the NFT game. This is going to be their chance to get into it now. They've got low barriers to entry. A few months ago when I was looking to get started, the gas fees and the transaction fees were basically acting as a barrier, whereas now they're not. Like $12 to $15 per gas fee is nothing. Now, looking at the long term of this, obviously the gas fees might increase, but for now, with more people getting into the game, that's more demand, and more people are trying to trade, more people are buying NFTs. It should, in theory, drive the prices up. Now, we can't talk about our cryptocurrency news roundup without mentioning Luna. Luna the beast, which is absolutely killing it right now. Luna reached an all-time high of $104 last week. Like, that is just mind-blowingly ridiculous when all the other cryptos and even stocks are getting crushed. Luna's still at it. Luna's still making the gains, and I just love it. So if you don't know what Luna is, that's fine. I don't completely understand it myself, and I'm not going to go into the mechanics of it purely for that reason. Like, I'm not going to pretend that I know about it, but the pure basics is that it's a native cryptocurrency of Terra, which is a decentralized network that's powered by stablecoins such as such as Tether, which is then pegged to the dollar. The algorithm behind it, like I said, don't fully understand it, so it is for another video. But the algorithm behind it is really interesting, and it acts as this whole ecosystem, which basically makes it a little bit more reliable, a little bit more stable than other cryptocurrencies. So might go into another video of like the algorithm behind it. Let me know if that's something you want to see. Moving on to the next news story of the week. That is, of course, Russia. Sorry, but it's got to be mentioned. You've got Russians that are liquidating their cryptocurrencies because basically they can't get their funds anywhere else because they've been sanctioned. For those of you that don't know what sanctions mean, basically means that they've got asset freezes, financial asset freezes, so they can't access bank accounts, they can't access their money basically, so they've got to find another way to access their wealth and to be able to use that wealth. Sanctions are either issued by like the UN or a government body, but they are reinforced by the bank. It is the bank which is freezing your assets. It is the bank which is physically doing it. So when their thinking is, I'm going to go to cryptocurrency because it avoids banks. Like the point of a decentralized network is to not have bank involvement, and that's exactly what they're doing. It's exactly what they're doing to access their wealth, is to have it in cryptocurrencies. The problem with this is then how are you going to exit it? You need to be able to liquidate it. So on Friday, you had Reuters report that Russians are liquidating their crypto in the UAE. Now this is a pretty big thing because this could be potentially large whales liquidating their crypto and getting out of space, and this could impact prices. Like Bitcoin's volatile enough as it is without potential whales getting out there, like liquidating their crypto. So it's something to be mindful of whilst trading in the next couple of weeks. Now I'm not going to talk about specific cryptos and specific prices in this video just because there is a bit of a time lag. I'm filming this on Sunday, I'm hoping to get it published by Monday, if not it'll be Tuesday, so there is a bit of a time lag. But if this is the kind of content you want to see, do let me know down below, because it literally takes one comment of, oh, I'd like to see you make this content, I'd like to see you talk about this. It just takes one comment and then I'll make it happen, I will do it. And at the end of the day, I'm here to make content for you guys, so do let me know what you want to see. If this is the kind of content you want to see, I will add it to my current content, not instead as, but as well as. So do let me know down in the comments. As always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you've got any questions, hit them down below. I'll answer every single one of them. I post weekly, so do check out my other videos to talk about investing, e-commerce, crypto, dropshipping, all that good stuff. So if that's what you want to see, go check that out. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And breathe.